What's going on, brothers and sisters? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Another topsy-turvy and volatile range day in the markets, guys. Let me just say, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to dive into what's happening in the markets, and then beyond that, we'll go into a handful of stocks that I think are holding up pretty well that we want to be looking at to trade potentially tomorrow and into the week. Good for swing traders and day traders. So first, let's take a look at the general market indexes. So you can see here we are just in a monster range, right? Guys, range trading is very different than trend trading. When the market is just in these kind of very steep uptrends, all your setups will work, and you can do some chasing. You can read, hear a piece of news and act on it, and everything kind of works out. You feel like a genius. You could take stocks overnight and they'll just kind of keep going up. All of these things work. When you're in a range trading, everything's a little bit different. Stock will look good in the morning. It'll fade end of day. Stock will look like shit in the morning, and then it ramps end of day. And that's just in a nutshell. What looks good becomes bad. What looks bad becomes good, because in a momentum market, you're essentially buying high and selling higher. In a range-bound market, you're selling high, buying low, or selling high. So you're just switching around kind of the status. And that's why a lot of professional traders I know will actually sit out these kind of markets, because it's so hard to retrain your brain. If you're a momentum trader, a trend trader, and you're used to trading big, steep trends, and that's where you're kind of making your money, doing this back and forth every 5 minutes, it's tough. Look, this is the QQQs today. There was a lot of range. So first of all, it's very tradable, but it is not easy. Market gaps down, you're down 0.8%. You go and you're up now in the day. Everything's looking good. You test into, yesterday's range, and then boom, you just lay this monster blump in, and then you're like, oh my God, here we go. We're breaking down, right? And then it starts to go. Now it looks like it's going to, go red to green, or going to make a run, and then boom, right? And so you get this kind of what's good is bad. And so this is a hard type of trading, man. That's I've been doing this now since 2008 full time. And, dude, it catches you off guard, right? And so just be mindful. There's a time and place to put your nuts on the kitchen table while speed chopping carrots with a rusted kitchen knife. And this is not one of those things. You're going to have to, wash things through a little bit. So let's get into just some stocks, I think. But look, the plan for tomorrow is the same. We have CPI tomorrow. If the CPI comes way in under and we can break this range, maybe we get all systems is go and we ramp up. If the CPI comes in hot, that could be a no buenos, because some of the inflation numbers, they've been mixed, right? And the Fed has been coming in also and saying, hey, we're not going to be cutting a lot of rates in 2025. We were expecting them. And you see these mortgage rates, they're 8%. Dude, I just got married. I got a baby on the way. My wife is I need this, I need this, I need this. I'm like, shh. Whoa. Till old Powell hits the shitter, we ain't going nowhere, right? You not add that. And so everybody's been expecting this thing. Ain't nothing happening, right? They're not going to be raising, they're not going to be lowering these rates anytime soon, it looks like. And so, but man, if these inflation numbers, maybe they rigged them, right? That kind of happens with some of these things, right? Maybe they rigged them a little bit, and they come in real light, big surprise. Dude, things will start to move. So just keep an eye. These are our levels, right? And we're just going to have to really be mindful. If we come out of this, okay, cool. We're in it. And we're not that far from breakout, right? If we bust under 520, we gap down big tomorrow, we bust under 520. That gets really nasty, right? But the keys I would watch is, today's lows and then the previous day's lows. We start to build under there. I think we'll have to, be really, really defensive, all right? So look, there's a time and place to be a hero. The world needs a lot of them, but tomorrow's probably not the day or anytime soon till these ranges resolve themselves. The IWM, look at this. This is your small cap, mid cap. This is just range. So this is things will look hot for a day and then they become unhot. So just be really mindful. calm things down, be super selective. There's a time and place for everything. Now, let's take a look at some stocks because I think there'll be some heaters tomorrow to play regardless of what happens in the market. UPST, big base here, right? Just had its earnings out. Look, if we're looking at kind of how a firm reacted on its earnings, right? Similar kind of company, you pop through, you push all the way, like you got all this Butamus Maximus Aurelius over here. I'm expecting the UPST maybe to have a little bit of upside too. Low float, 79 million shares, right? You're clearing out a lot of levels here, man. Right? A lot of levels. Dude, we shred this thing tomorrow. If we could get the setup. We don't know if we get it, right? But if we get it. Hey, SC, all these Asian companies are doing pretty good here. I'd keep an eye on something like this. You're clearing out a lot of space here. You can see here you got a big Nike swoosh over there. Big, nice trend today. That's what you want to see, right? Like even with the market being all haphazard, this didn't move haphazard, right? Trading is not always about just getting to the stocks with the most range, but the stocks that can move in a linear manner that don't make it, right, leave little skid marks, right, in your fucking underoos while you're trading. That, I think, is, the most important thing. Hey, this TAM, man, I was balls deep on this thing at the open today. It had what looked like a breakout setup, and it just fucking kerplunked. It is a little bit extended. It probably needs to back and fill this, but I wanted to just go over it because it's a stock that everybody's been watching because Grossy Pelosi's up on this thing. But, who knows who sold that? There was a lot of volume on that sell. We'll have to be careful, but it needs to probably just back and fill. The one thing with this stock is the dips have been getting bought in it, so just kind of be mindful of that. Shop had its earnings out. It dumped off for a hot second and then poof. Just off to the races again. Closed really nice. Man, you got up into 126 from 115. That's a good rebound there, guys, no matter what. That's a good rebound. That's a great reaction to the early morning dump. That we want to trade this. You get a week open tomorrow. I think we want to be in this. Hey, look, Dash has some news out too, right? You got yourself a little bit of shares rise after hours, mixed results, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if this thing it's been on a rampage for, about a year now, but let's see if this thing has a little bit more juice. I can't believe this DoorDash is fucking $80 billion, right? Look at it's double what Ford Motor Company is, right? Who's got 500,000 employees and 200 plants, right? This is pretty cool, right? He's like, the pizza delivery guys, right? When somebody said DoorDash, I'm like, the people that deliver the wings to everybody, right? They've done a good job, man. You got to give it to them. Whatever they're doing, it's working. So let's put this on the watch. It does have a little bit of spread, but I think it's good. Hey, out of all the semiconductors, this AVGO is holding up the best. We're into the gap fill a little bit. You've got a range break right here. If you're looking at maybe the hourly chart, keep an eye on that kind of 237 to 238 range. I got this TPX on watch more for a swing trade. It's got a nice flag pattern, good liquidity. It's actually holding up, really well. It's got its earnings in a few days, though. But, I'd originally been watching it for a swing trade. You can't hold it through earnings, obviously. But, maybe you make a little bit of run before that. Hey, this Jazz has got a nice range break in it. I don't know what was going down, but it had end of day news probably. And had a little bit of a ramp, and it's starting to clear out some ranges. And then, dude, I didn't see anything going on this, Intel besides the U.S.-made AI chips kind of thing. But, dude, 10% you were up on Intel. The options were crushing some pulls for a while. This is look at this, 500, 700%, right? You were getting some really good action on this. So, let's add this on the watch list for tomorrow. Maybe this is a little bit of a bottoming pattern. Now, granted, I've thought that a few times in the last, I thought that over here, and I thought that over here, Thought it a few times. But let's see if this thing gets any legs. And then the last one is this PDD. You got a nice range break here. You got kind of a 2-day spot that's coming here. If it can crush through that, you'll see 123, 124 really quick. Big bottoming pattern. Regardless, you got to have probably a couple China stocks on your watch list, because maybe a Baidu or something like that. But Baba's been leading the way. Hopefully this dips down for a few days and gives a chance to reload. But dude, epic run. I mean, it's up 50% give or take from its lows. Hey, that's the list. I'm sticking to it, guys. Oh, just a little word to the wise, right? There's nothing that hot out right now, so make sure you're not. Make sure you're not getting too crazy. Tesla, I do have on the watch list for tomorrow too. Dude, it was a beautiful trender. I tried to bounce this thing like an idiot a couple times today. I'm a trend trader. I really suck at these kind of bounces. I thought I saw the setup a couple times here, but I lost like 2 points twice. I won one time, and then I lost a couple points 2 times. No, it ends up being a wash. Ended up a little bit red on this name. If it gaps down tomorrow, man, if we got to 300, that'd be nice, right? But it's getting pretty stretched. The stochastics are at 2. You're down 4, 5, 6 days in a row. So that move is coming. We'll see what's up. Give us a gap down tomorrow as a gift. If it gaps up, I leave it alone. I love you guys. Smash that like button. Tell me how beautiful I am. I've got low self-esteem. I don't have hair. I need a lot of love. I need a lot of companionship. All right, I love you guys.